And today we are going to learn the second type of variation. Second type of variation. So in the past few days, we were learning the direct variation. Direct variation. So when x increases, y will follow the increase to increase. When x decrease, then y will decrease accordingly. Okay, so that is called the direct variation. Okay, so x increase, y will also increase with the same proportion. And if x decreases, then y will also decrease with the same proportion. Okay, and that is direct variation. And today we're going to learn the second type of relationship between x and y. So that is called the inverse variation. So that is like when x increases, then y will decrease. Or when x decreases, then y will increase at some kind of proportion. Okay? So 即係咧一上一落一升一跌嘅。OK，如果係正比例嘅話咧，咁 x 增加嘅時候，y 就會增加，係嘛？咁但係如果係反比例嘅話咧，x 增加嘅話咧，個 y 就會減少咁樣樣嘅。OK，咁但係係咪即係咪任何嘅增加或者減少都得咧？咁唔係嘅，係要按住某一個比例去增加，即係同一條數裏邊會有同一個比例去增加嘅。其實嗰個比例咧就係個 k 嚟㗎啦。OK，好啦，咁啊，其實咧，如果你做熟咗呢個 direct variation 嘅話咧，inverse variation 咧嗰啲數基本上係一模一樣嘅，只係第一句我哋叻嗰句咧係唔同嘅啫。OK，好啦，咁我哋會睇下咧有啲乜嘢嘅題目裏邊有啲咩提示俾你哋啦，或者啲 key sentence、keywords 係點樣先？OK，so when the question tells you this, if x here, y varies inversely as x, okay, or the question says that y is inversely proportional to x, okay, or y, then the symbol, there is a symbol, y symbol 1 over x, okay, then these three lines means the same thing. And when you see these three lines, you will do the following. You will let y to be equal to a fraction. Okay, the upper part is a constant, is the constant k. Okay, and the lower part will be x. So that is varies inversely as x. So when you see the keyword inverse as x, so the x will be on the lower part, on the denominator. Okay, and of course we'll write where k is not equal to 0. Okay, and then we will continue to do. So normally the question will give you a pair of numbers to let you to substitute into your equation to find the value of k. Okay, just like what you have done in the direct variations. Okay， 好得唔得呢度？嗱，講完啦，即係 inverse variation 咧，其實唯一同前邊 direct variation 唔同嘅咧，就係呢一句叻呢一句，得唔得？其他所有做嘅嘢咧都係一模一樣嘅。你要認得出嘅咧就係呢啲 keyword 或者 key sentence 啦。Y varies inversely as. Sometimes it will say that y is inversely proportional to x, or y symbol 1 over x this time. Okay, so it is like this. So let us go to read some examples here. Let's go to page 6.14 and read example 5. So let us read example 5 together. So it's given that y varies inversely as x. So can you see the keyword, key sentence? So please highlight this key sentence. Y varies inversely as x. So when you see this sentence, you do the first step, okay? You will let y is the subject is equal to, this time is inversely. So it should be a fraction, okay? Inversely as x, so it should be k over x, okay? And then where, sorry, k is not equal to 0, okay? So this is the first step. And then the k is the unknown that you define it yourself. So you need to find the value of k yourselves. So normally the question will give you a pair of numbers. When x is equal to 2, y is equal to 8, right? So this is the pair of number, and then you're going to substitute this pair of number into your equation. So sub x equals 2 and y equals 8 into your equation. Then you get 8 is equal to k over 2, right? And you just multiply the 2 to the left-hand side, and you'll find that 16 is equal to k, and then k is 16. Okay, so after finding the value of the unknown k, because the question asks you to express y in terms of x, so you just write down the complete information of your equation. Therefore, y is equal to 16 over x, and that is the answer of part A. Can you get this? Then for part B, that is easy, because as I have told you in the direct variation, when you have found the unknown of the equation, then there will be no more secrets for the equation. Okay, so every other things the question is going to ask will be just very simple, very straightforward. So in part B, the find the value of y when x is equal to 4. So when x is equal to 4, and then you just substitute into your equation. Y is equal to 16 divided by 4. And you just do the calculation, and it is equal to 4. That's the answer. Can you get this? Okay. So I would like you to give me a response at this step if you understand this question, this example, okay? The concept of inverse variation. Please give me a like or a clap, please. Okay? If you are okay for this example, please give me a like or a clap. Okay? 如果你跟到呢一個反比例第一個 example 嘅，可唔可以俾個 like 或者俾個拍手掌我？Okay, thank you, thank you. If you are not okay, please raise your hand. If you want me to repeat any step, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. So now I'd like you to try to do the instant drill number 5. That is on the next page. Instant drill number 5. So I'll give you 2 minutes for this. Okay, let's check the answers. So it is given that y varies inversely as x squared. So please highlight this. And then when x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. So this is the given pair of number, right? But in part A, the first thing you need to do is to let y, this is inversely. So it is a fraction with the k on top. But this time it is inversely as x squared. So it is not just k over x. It should be k over x squared. Okay? And then where k is not equal to 0. The first line. And actually, this is the first mark. Okay? You have got the first mark for this equation. And then you just put x equals 3 and y equals 2 into your equation. So 2 is equal to k over 3 square. Okay, 3 square is equal to 9. So 2 times 9 is equal to k. So 18 is equal to k, and k is 18. Okay, but when you have found the value of k, you just write down the complete information of the equation. Therefore, your equation is y equals k over x squared originally, but k has been found to be 18. So it should be 18 over x squared. That is the answer of part A. Is that okay? And then for part B, find the value of y when x is equal to 6. So just when x is equal to 6, okay, then put it into your equation. Y is equal to 18 over 6 squared. And just do the calculation with the calculator. It should be 1 over 2. That is the answer of part B. Is that okay? So next, example 6. Example 6. It is given that y simple 1 over x. Okay, so this is the third type of presentation of the inverse variation. Okay, but it means the same thing. Y varies inversely as x. So you have to let y equals k over x. Okay, where k is not equal to 0 for the first line. And you have a pair of numbers given. When x is 16, y is equal to 3, right? So you just put x equals 16 and y equals 3 into your equation. So 3 is equal to k over 16. And then you just multiply the 16 to the opposite side. It's 48 is equal to k, so k is equal to 48. So when you have found the value of k, you may write down the complete information of the equation. So y is equal to 48 over x. Okay, but the question is not asking you to find to express y in terms of x. The question asks you to find the value of y when x is equal to 6. So you just like this part is part A, and then we are doing part B ourselves. Okay, so when x is equal to 6, then y is calculated by 48 over 6. That should be equal to 8. That is the answer. Okay， 就係咁樣啦，得唔得？跟到我應該。Okay, so now I'd like you to try to do the instant drill number 6. Okay, I give you 2 minutes for this. Okay, so please check the answers. So y is simple, 1 over x squared. So we let y to be k over x squared, where k is not equal to 0. When x is 4, y is 8. So you just put this pair of numbers into your equation, and then you can solve the value of k, which is equal to 128. And then you just write down the complete information of the expression. Okay. Notice that although this question did not ask you to express y in terms of x, but this step has a mark, has 1 mark. Okay, so the question has 1 mark allocated for this step. Okay, just write down the complete information of the expression. Okay, y in terms of x, y being the subject, and then in terms of x with the unknown k which has been found. Okay, replaced by the number. Okay, no more k, right? There is 1 mark for this. And then the question asks you to find the value of y when x is equal to 2. You just put x equals 2 into your equation, and then to calculate the value of y, and which is equal to 32, and that's the answer of this instant drill. Is that okay? Okay, next one. And again, you may just delete example 7 because we are not going to learn anything about the graphs in this chapter. We will skip all the graphs. All the graphs in this chapter are not required. Okay, so finally, let's go to example 8. That is the most trouble type of questions. So that is about percentage change. But as what we have done in direct variation, so we just follow the steps that we have learned in direct variation will be okay. So example 8. It is given that m varies inversely as n squared. Okay, so you have to identify this key sentence. M varies inversely as n squared. So we need to let m, so the keyword is inversely, to be a fraction. It's k over that thing. And that thing is n squared. This time should be over n squared. Okay, where k is not equal to 0. So that is the first line and the first mark. Okay, and this time it is about percentage change. So we have the old value of m and n first. The old m is old n first is equal to n, and then the old m is equal to m. But the old m will be expressed as k over n squared. Okay, so this is always like this, and then you just see which one starts the change. In this question, n increases by 100%. Okay, so n start the change. So we find the new n first. New n is equal to the old n times, because it is increases, so it is 1 plus. Okay, increases will be 1 plus, and then increases by 100%. It should be 1 plus 100%. Okay, so this 1 plus 1, that should be equal to 2n. Can you get this? The new n is equal to 2n. And then we can calculate the new m. New m. New m is calculated by k over new n bracket square. Okay. But what is the new n? We have already found that the new n is equal to 2n. So it should be 2n bracket square. And again, we need to split. Okay, we need to share the square to the 2 and to the n. So the 2 can get the square, and the n can also get the square. And then we need to split the number out from the letters. So please be very careful here. The 2 square is in the denominator. So when you split this out, it is still written on the denominator like this. Can you get this? So please do not just write 2 square on the top, okay? The 2 square should be on the bottom of the fraction. Okay, that is the denominator, okay? But what should I write for this? If there is no number split out from the fraction, it should be just 1, okay? So there should be a number split out here. And then 1 over 2 square is just 1 over 4. And then times the k over n square. K over n square will be changed to the old m. That is just m, okay? And now we have found that the new m is equal to 1 over 4 times m, okay? And then we can do the percentage change now, okay? Percent change in m is equal to new m minus old m divided by old m times 100%. Okay, our new m is equal to 1 over 4 m minus old m is just m divided by m times 100%. Okay, and then 1 over 4 m minus 1 m is actually equal to negative 3 over 4 m over m times 100%. And the m and m will be cancelled by each other. So what is remaining is just negative 3 over 4 times 100%. You just multiply the numbers together and you get negative 75 and then percent. So that is the required percentage change in m. Is that okay? 好，呢度跟緊到，呢度又想你俾一個反應我。If you can follow this example about percentage change, please give me a like or a clap. If you really understand this example, please give me a like or a clap. If you do not understand any step, please raise your hand. 如果你明白呢條關於 percentage change 嘅 example 嘅話咧，可唔可以俾個 like 或者拍手掌我 ？OK， 如果有任何一個 step 想講多次嘅話咧，可唔可以俾個舉手我 ？OK，thank you. So any raise hand? Thank you. And raise hand. Okay, now I would like you to do the instant drill number 8. Sorry, 2n. Because it is increased by 100%. You mean this one, right? Because 1 plus 100%. 100% is 1. Okay, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So it is 2n. Can you see this? N increases by 100%. When it is increases by a percentage, you always multiply it by a 1 plus and then percentage increase. So it should be 1 plus 100% here. And then 100% will be changed to 1. So it is just 1 plus 1. So the new n is equal to 2n. Can you get this? Okay. Okay, so now I would like you to do the instant drill number 8. Give you 3 minutes. Okay, let's check the answers. So it's given that y varies inversely as x cubed. So we let y to be equal to k over x cubed, where k is not equal to 0. Okay. And then this is about percentage change. So we have the old x and old y first. So x goes first, right? Old x is equal to x, and then old y is equal to y. But y will be expressed as k over x cubed. So it is always like this, right? And then x start the change first. So we do the new x first. X decreases by 50%. So it is x times, this time because it is decreases, so it should be 1 minus, okay? And then 1 minus the percentage decrease. So that is 1 minus 50%. But 1 minus 50% is 0.5. So it should be equal to 0.5 times x. Okay, so this is my new x. Can you get this? And then we need to find the new y. New y is equal to using the formula, using the equation. So that's k over, but the x is new x to the power 3. Okay, careful about the power 3. And then we will substitute the new x to be our new x, our expression. So that should be 0.5 x and then to the power 3. And then the 0.5 and the x will share the power 3. Okay, so it like this, 0.5 cube times x cube. Okay, and then we will split the number out. The 0.5 to the power 3 should be moved out of the fraction, but it is in the denominator of the fraction, lower part of the fraction. So when you move it out, you have to keep it on the lower part. Do not change it to the upper part. Okay, like this. It's k over x cubed. But normally we will supply this empty space with a 1. Okay, and then you just use the calculator to calculate the pure number. 1 over 0.5 to the power 3. I think it should be equal to 8, right? And then k over x cubed. We are going to use our preparation. K over x cubed is equal to y. So it's just changed to y. So new y is equal to 8 times y, right? So this is our new y. And now we are ready to find the percentage change in y. So percentage change in y is equal to, the formula is new y minus old y divided by old y and then times 100%. And our new y is 8y. Our old y is y over y times 100%. Okay, 8y minus y is 7y over y times 100%. The y and y are cancelled, so what is remaining is 7 times 100%. So how many percent? 700%. So this is the percentage change in y, which is a positive change. So that's an increase. Okay. So this is all we need to learn about the inverse variation. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to do a few more exercises on the inverse variation. Okay. So do you have any problems? If there is no more problems, then that is the end of this lesson and you may leave now. Goodbye.